Guys, Broker Plus Lender Price. It's a POS and LOS, a CRM, a PPE, and e-signature mobile responsive system where you could look up any program. Now, imagine this. You put your parameters in and you want to search for a program. The AI on Lender Price is going to pull up the company who has the best program for you. So maybe we don't understand all the programs that are available. Well, this is acclimated to help you find the absolute best program for your clients, and it integrates with Broker Plus. Look at your technology right now. Have one integrated system where everything seamlessly works together. You need to check it out. You'll probably save yourself a couple bucks in the process. I'm telling you guys, it is slick as hell. Check out a free demo. Just click this banner right over there. All right, I saw the whole thing with Wells Fargo. They're going to lay people off because the market is down 90%, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? That's right, who cares? You see, I saw somebody write that the big story of the day is not the Fed, rather the fact that Wells Fargo says that the mortgage market is going to drop by 90%. Now, for those in the larger real estate family, that statement is like the weatherman telling me it's raining while I'm outside with an umbrella. It's just pointing out the obvious of the situation. It isn't the big story. It's just the reality that we've all come to acclimate to each and every day. Now, I'd propose the big story is a much smaller and more personal one. That being, what are you doing about our new reality? That's the big story. Have you changed your habits, your tactics, your approach? You see, the thing about lending in real estate is that it's always in flux. It's a moving target. That means we as salespeople must remain vigilant and change with the environment. To not constantly reinvent yourself is to put your career on the path to extinction. How do we know if we're on the right path? For starters, if you think Wells saying the market is down by 90% is a big story, you might need to pivot in a different direction, a much more personal one. Now, the good news is it's never too late. As long as you still have a license, a roof over your head, and food on the table, you can do this thing, my friends. Start by taking stock of your assets. That being your database, your referral partners, your B2Bs, your social media, and the tools that you have at your disposal to message these groups effectively while they'll respond to you and you can call back in kind. Perhaps time block your day. Set an hour for tech education, an hour for referral outreach, an hour for office door knocking, an hour for database mining, an hour for daily face-to-faces, that type of thing. Then hold yourself accountable, not for the results, but rather the effort. Because the reality of the 90% down is that most of your marketing efforts will fall on deaf ears, but that does not mean we stop the fight. This market is more about the fight than the results. And that, not the Fed, not the Wells story, is the biggest one in the world today. It's you. Well, since we're on the topic of the Fed, we all know this right now. The Fed just raised the Fed fund rate, and we all know that, and we collectively bemoan the decision. Why did you do me like that, Jerome? And it fell on deaf ears. And we all said, this is unsustainable, and it's horrible. And all those other hyperbolic words that we could possibly use to explain our situation. Oh God, this is too much. And we went home, and we drank some warm milk or scotch. And then we went home, and we drank some warm milk or scotch. And then we laid down in our bed, weeping and yearning for 2020 and 2021 to come back, reflecting on a time when your phone rang off the hook and you had convinced yourself that you were just the best loan officer in the entire world. You were so good that you didn't even need to have any marketing. That's just how good you were, man. It reminds me of a time when my friend moved to St. Petersburg, Russia, shortly after the fall of the Soviet Union as an American in the old USSR. True story here, guys. Well, let's just say his dating life as an American went through the roof. And he told me, I actually thought I had game. Then a decade later, he came back to the United States, and the reality is a heavy hammer, my friends, right between the eyes. Seriously. It is a true story. But back to the point, you in bed weeping about good markets and inflated egos. But then you woke up to our new reality and just looked at the mountain to climb and you said to yourself, I just can't do this. If that's the case, I'd like to show you the history of the Fed fund rate. Now, do you see on the right where we're at right now? Look at it. Historically speaking, we are still kicking ass. This should act as a wake-up call for all of you who say you can't make it in this market. On a larger scale, this is still pretty damn good. Further, all of you are playing on a level playing field. You all have the same rates, the same programs, the same insurers of your loans, and most importantly, access to the same database that, in case you didn't know, is everybody in the States. So, 1, 2, 3, go. Have at it. Look at this market like the Hunger Games or the Squid Games, but for mortgages and real estate. Are you gonna hack it and live, or are you gonna crash and burn? As Dieter Uchtdorf once said, it is your reaction to adversity, not the adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. So again, y'all got this in ya. You just gotta go do it. Hope this helps.